So most people would rather squirrel away their money rather than invest it, but in today's video I'm going to show you the benefits of investing and show you how nuts compound investing is and how it can turn peanuts into a portfolio that can potentially fund the rest of your life. Instead of trying to work out how much you want to invest per month, I want to simplify things and pair things right back to a simple analogy of a squirrel collecting nuts for the winter. However, this squirrel decides one day that he would like to retire, so he's going to put some into the market at 8%, and I want to show you how the journey of that is and how, while it may not seem like much at the start, it can really start to build on itself. So the squirrel knows that he's not going to be able to keep up with these younger, more tech-savvy squirrels at some point, or potentially these AI foxes may catch up to him in another way. So he decides that he's going to start investing one cashew per month, and I want to show the compound returns that you'll get from that. So after 1 year of investing one cashew per month at an 8% return per year, after just over 1 year you'd have 12.5 cashews in your account. You've invested 12 cashews, so realistically you've done most of the work here, but I want to show that every single time you keep investing, it will start getting quicker and quicker and quicker. So it took you just over 1 year to be able for your portfolio to generate one cashew per year. It then takes another 11 months for it to generate 2, about 10 months for it to deliver 3, and then about 9.8 months for 4, 9.2 for 5, 8.7 for 6, and it goes quicker and quicker and quicker each time, a bit like a snowball rolling down a hill, just getting faster and bigger, until eventually, after about 8 years and 9 months, the portfolio could generate 12 cashews per year. In other words, the portfolio is now working just as hard as you are in terms of generating a return on your investment. So at this point, you're 8 years and 9 months in, and your portfolio is now generating as much as you're contributing per month. And at this point, you want to look at how much your desired income is at retirement relative to the size of the amount you're contributing. So if you want double the amount you're contributing per month as income in retirement, you would need to be investing for 13 years and 11 months. And this is where I really want people to notice the snowballing effects of this just getting quicker and quicker and quicker. So to get from 1 times your income, again, 8 years and 9 months, 2 times, 13 years and 11 months. So it only took 5 years and 2 months to get to this 2 times. To get to 3 times, it's 17 years and 8 months. So only 3.5 years roughly to get to 3 times from 2. To get from 3 to 4, it's 20 years and 6 months, so just under 3 years to get from 3 to 4. And then to get from 4 to 5 times your contribution, it takes 2 years and 4 months. So every single time it just gets quicker and quicker and quicker. The snowball just goes faster and faster and faster. And this is why Einstein called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. The final step you want to do is get to a point where you can get, rather than your assumed growth rate of 8%, you want to go to a safe withdrawal rate of 4%, and that way you know that your portfolio could survive even the harshest of winters. To get to a 4% safe withdrawal rate from an 8%, quite simply you need the portfolio to double. An 8% return per year compounded, that would take almost exactly 9 years for a portfolio to double. So to take this example in the round, for example, you're a 35-year-old person who's deciding they're willing to take their finances more seriously. Generally speaking, mid-30s is when people do that. You're going to invest 20% of your income. As highlighted earlier, it would take 20 years and 9 months to get to a point where your income would generate that, your portfolio would generate that rather, and then to get to a safe withdrawal rate for the 9 years. So for them it would take, from starting at 35 with nothing saved, they would be 64 years old and 9 months old and be able to retire financially free and without having to rely on things like a state pension, which could be much, much higher by the time we get there. In other words, they now have choices and freedoms given they want to change employment, they want to retire, and they'd be able to do these things no matter what decisions are made by their bosses or politicians. This is the thing that I would like for everyone really, is to think about the choices that they're making now and in the future, and the freedoms that could afford you later on in life. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please put them below.